Hi, I'm Mr. Roberts. I'm here to talk about some baritone maintenance things. Now, today I'm going to talk specifically about the valves and about oiling the valves. So if you've got your baritone, I'm going to tell you right away, there's a couple of things I don't want you to do. You will need some valve oil later, but we'll deal with that in just a few moments. Okay, so let me show you what not to do. You don't really know how all the baritone is put together, but I'm going to show you. I've unscrewed this valve and I'm pulling it out of its housing. That's what your valve looks like inside the instrument. Now, don't take this out at home because this part of the valve is the most sensitive to damage. And if you were to drop it or roll it around in dirt, it's not going to be good for it. Now, there's one other part. I'm going to set this down on a towel that I put on the floor. Always have a towel when you're dealing with your instrument because you want it someplace clean and safe. Now, there's one other part inside here on your baritone. This is a spring. If you lose this spring, the valve won't work. So it's really important that if you're ever going to take this valve out, and I'm telling you, please don't. If you're ever going to take the valve out, you cannot lose this spring. It's super important. It's just as important as the valve because the valve won't work without it. Now I'm going to put this back in here. Okay, I'm going to set the instrument down safely in the case. Now, I've got my valve on the towel. See my valve? I put it on a towel down there. I'm going to open my valve oil, and every once in a while, you'll take the valve all the way out. I said once in a while, not today. And you'll actually get the entire inside of the valve, the silver part, the flat silver part. Get it wet with valve oil. I've got a drip cloth down there so it's not getting all over Mom's carpet. Please don't do that. Mom doesn't like that. And see how it's all wet? It's shimmery now. Now I'm going to place it back inside the instrument. The spring is inside the valve already. Place it back inside here, but it only fits in there one way. There's one spot. You have to turn it till you find the spot. And there it is. And now it'll push down, and then I carefully rethread how that goes back together. Now, I've shown you how to oil your valve the way you need to do it every 3 months or so. Now let me show you how you can oil your valve daily or weekly. Probably weekly is better. Anytime you need to. In the bottom of the valves, there are little holes. This is a place where you can take your bottle of valve oil, open it up here, and you just place a few drops of valve oil in the bottom, about 2 or 3. Don't try to fill it up with valve oil. Just 2 or 3 drops inside. And then before you turn it right side up again, move the valves up and down. Move the valves up and down so that the valve oil works its way into the valve. And there is an oiled valve, and the valves will work correctly. Now that's the basics of valve maintenance. Please don't take apart your instrument because you don't really know how to put it back together. There's more pieces than even I showed you. Thank you so much. We'll catch you next time.